Okay. Show me.
Hi there guys, welcome back to the GepRC channel. Thank you very much for tuning in for a second video about this monstrosity. Yeah, it's a bit quite. This is the GepRC CL7 Crocodile, a 7-inch FPV. What is it? Cruiser, videography quadcopter. So yeah, second video, and in this video I'm mostly just gonna show you my first FPV flight with this quadcopter, and I'll tell you what I thought. Right? So first, let me give you an impression of the size of it compared to a 5-inch quadcopter. This is the GepRC, yeah, also a GepRC MK2. So 5-inch quadcopter, also a freestyle quadcopter, and as you can see the length is completely different. The width is completely different. The weight, it actually doesn't feel, yeah, it feels a little heavier than this 5-inch. Makes sense, right? Bigger quadcopter, yeah. And okay, so that's the size difference. Now, whenever I do videos like this, I get questions like, what radio were you using? What goggle were you using? What Lipo were you? What camera? So, a quick roundup. The radio I was using was that one, that black one, not a grey one. That's a jumper radio that might replace that black radio. The black radio is an FrSky Horus X10S. My goggle, the goggle I was using was this one, which is actually not available anymore. So that's not all that useful. Yeah, it has served me pretty well. I've had it for a year, and this is the TopSky F7X version 2. Okay, a Lipo. This is a brand new Lipo, this is a Hyperion G8. Not only brand new to me, but it is a new type of Lipo. These are lighter for the given amount of performance. A new generation of Lipos, and you'll see Lipos of this generation from other brands in the future, I assume. So far, the only brands I've seen with Lipos of this generation were Hyperion and Genseis, the Tattoo version 3s. Okay, so that's the Lipo, a 2400 6S Lipo, a big Lipo, obviously. And the camera, the action camera I had on my quadcopter was this, the SJCam SJ8 Pro. So you'll get a good sense of the quality of this camera. I didn't use it in 8K, I used it in 1080p. Okay, so maybe in a future video I'll use this camera on the quadcopter in 4K, why not, right? Okay, so here we go. Okay, first things first, the OSD you see at the bottom left of the screen is in stock configuration, if you will. So this is the OSD the quadcopter shows you when you take it out of the box. Now, it is a bit too cluttered for my liking. For instance, those sidebars and the artificial horizon, that's not really useful. That's not to say that I was bothered by it. If you are familiar with FPV flying, you know that anything on the OSD, you look through it. You look at what you want to see, which is well, the obstacles, potential obstacles, the surroundings, and what you want to capture on camera. That's what you really focus on. The OSD itself can be as cluttered as you will, but nevertheless, by now I've removed some things, being those sidebars and the artificial horizon, even the RSSI, because my radio will notify me of low RSSIs. I will have a link in the top right now to my my DVR recording. So what my goggle recorded. So you can have a closer look at that. See for instance the amp draw, which might be important to you. I can already tell you that the peak amp draw was approximately 130 amps. And what I can also tell you is that the Lipo I use, that Hyperion Lipo, is perfect for this quadcopter. I am not sponsored by Hyperion at all, but this Lipo fits perfectly and it doesn't get warm, so it performs well. I've done a couple of punch outs and hard cornerings and such. Yeah, this Lipo is more than capable of handling this quadcopter. Just so you know. They are, however, quite expensive. Yeah, that's a bit of a shame. I do also expect them to last long, as all my Hyperion Lipos so far have. Okay, so tuning wise, yeah, I was able to inflict some prop wash oscillations. You will probably see that in this video, but I really had to look for them. So have the quadcopter drop down from up high and then catch it. But still, maybe there is a little bit of room for improvement there. But in general, it flies better than I had expected. Ordinarily, it's hard to get a bigger quadcopter to fly smoothly, and so far it flies very smoothly. It uses, let's see, the stock propellers are DalProp Cyclones, 7-inch obviously. Yeah, maybe I'll try some different Lipos. These are racing, propellers. Yeah, the Cyclones are generally known as racing propellers, right? So maybe I'll try some propellers that are more designed for freestyle use. Who knows? Okay, last thing I want to mention is that this quadcopter is a great high-speed cruiser. Some other quadcopters might be faster, but they can't sustain a high speed for very long. With this Crocodile 7-inch, you can easily fly it 150 kilometers an hour for minutes on end, which is nice. You can cover large distances in a short amount of time, which is nice. However, this was only my first FPV flight, so it's not really a review. I will have a review of this quadcopter shortly. An initial review, and I'll also do a long-term review. For now, I want to thank you for watching. I'll leave you with the rest of this video with some music. If you are left with questions, hit me up a comment down below. I'll be happy to answer you and catch you on the next video. Bye bye. Oh, wait, I want to add one thing to this video. You might have noticed that my RSSI fluctuated. It wasn't at 99 all the time. And I was flying with this FrSky R9M transmitter. So a long range transmitter system, right? I ran it at its lowest output level, which means 10 milliwatt, I think. So basically this entire flight was a range check test thing, and I was able to do that safely because this quadcopter has a GPS over here, and if it loses signal it'll auto fly home. And not like a DJI, but still the fail-safe of this quadcopter is to raise its altitude and then fly on back to approximately where I was. So I think that was important to add in case you were wondering why my RSSI wasn't ideal during the entire flight. I think it was actually pretty good with, again, with the output level being only 10 milliwatts, which is very low. I'm sure you agree. Okay, I think it was important to add that. Bye bye.